Are you spoon-feeding your baby diabetes? An examination of how a child's diet may impact their health. 4 out of 5 Hispanic children and 9 out of 10 African American children had vitamin D levels that were below the optimal range for good health. Now, while vitamin D can be obtained from the sun, children with darker skin need more exposure, which increases their risk of melanoma. Vitamin D can be supplemented through the diet, however, which is why it is so important to examine the relationship between this diet and the prevalence of type 1 diabetes. Research has linked a childhood diet that is high in cod liver oil, which is high in vitamin D, with lowered risk of developing type 1 diabetes. In addition, a separate group found that a deficiency in vitamin D during pregnancy increases the risk of developing various autoimmune diseases, including type 1 diabetes. Now, breastfeeding has also been shown to have a correlation with diabetes. Moving children on to solid foods at earlier ages increases the risk of developing type 1 diabetes, and Hispanic children are weaned off breastfeeding at earlier ages compared to the other ethnicities. This is a comparison between breastfeeding rates in California after 2 months, and it shows that Hispanic and African American children are not continued on breastfeeding as long as Caucasian and Pacific Islander children have been. And this graph shows breastfeeding exclusivity after 2 months, which is a comparison between children that are only breastfed and children that are breastfed and bottle-fed. As you can see, the rates go down for everybody, but Hispanic and African American children still lag far behind. Now, some reasons for this. A study in 2010 had a survey of men and found that Hispanic men are more likely than the other ethnicities to view breastfeeding as an interference to their social life. In addition, places of employment may not support breastfeeding by providing breaks to feed, private rooms in which to feed, etc. Now, the U.S. Census shows that the population of Merced County is comprised of 54.9% of persons of Hispanic or Latino origin compared to the national average of 37.6%. The rate of diabetes is a problem for the Latino community at large, but Merced has a large Latino community and can help address the problem locally.